Jack lost his job, his world seemed to crumble around him. The uncertainty, fear, and doubt felt overwhelming. But everything changed with a small act of kindness on a crowded subway, a moment that led to an unexpected connection and a second chance at life. Watch as Jack's journey unfolds, taking him from the depths of despair to a life filled with hope and purpose. His story is a powerful reminder that even the smallest gestures can create ripples that transform lives. Before we dive into Jack's inspiring story, don't forget to hit that subscription button, like the video, and comment below where you're watching from. I'm sure you've already done it, right? Now let's jump into this heartwarming tale that will move and inspire you. Jack was a man with a strong heart, but even the strongest hearts can break. After a long, exhausting day at work, he received news no one ever wants to hear. He was being let go. The company was downsizing, and despite his years of dedication, Jack found himself without a job. As he sat in a crowded subway car on his way home, the weight of the day bore down on him. The usual hum of conversation and clatter of train wheels seemed distant. Inside, Jack felt silent and lost. Questions swirled in his mind, relentless and unforgiving. How will I provide for myself? What will I tell my family? The thought of facing them with this news made his chest tighten. He could picture their worried faces, the questions he couldn't answer, and the fear of an uncertain future lurking in every corner of his mind. The subway rocked gently as it moved through the tunnels, but Jack barely noticed. Anxiety wrapped itself around him like an invisible shroud, pressing down harder with every passing moment. He glanced around the car, seeing strangers absorbed in their own lives, their faces a mix of weariness and distraction. For a fleeting moment, Jack wondered how many of them had felt this same despair, sitting in this same subway, lost in thoughts of what to do next. The train screeched to a halt at his stop. With a deep breath, Jack rose, clutching his briefcase as if it could anchor him. He stepped onto the platform, the cold air biting his face. The road ahead seemed uncertain, but he knew he had to keep moving. For now, that was all he could do. At the third stop, something shifted. The subway doors slid open and a pregnant woman stepped into the packed carriage. She looked around, searching for a seat, but every spot was taken. As the train jolted forward, she struggled to keep her balance, gripping the handrail tightly. Without hesitation, Jack stood up. "Here, take my seat," he offered, his voice calm and kind. The woman's face lit up with gratitude as she eased herself into the seat. "Thank you," she said softly, her voice tinged with relief. Jack gave her a small nod, standing by the handrail now. For the first time that day, he felt a faint glimmer of comfort. It wasn't much, but knowing he could help someone, even in a small way, lightened the weight pressing on his chest. As the train continued on its journey, the woman whose name was Emily turned to Jack with a smile. "It's not every day someone gives up their seat without hesitation," she said. "You must be having a better day than I am." Jack hesitated, then shook his head. "Not really," he admitted. Something in her warm, understanding tone made it easy for him to respond. Before he knew it, he was opening up to her. He told her about the devastating news he'd received earlier. The company he had poured his heart and soul into for years was downsizing, and he had been let go. He spoke of the uncertainty clawing at him, the fear of how he'd make ends meet, and the emptiness that had settled in his chest like a heavy stone. Emily listened intently, her eyes soft with compassion. She didn't interrupt, nor did she offer hollow reassurances. She simply let him speak, giving him the space to release the emotions he had bottled up all day. When he finally finished, Emily leaned forward slightly, her voice steady yet comforting. "Don't worry," she said gently. "Sometimes life feels unbearable, but trust me, things will get better." Jack managed a faint smile, though doubt lingered in his eyes. "I want to believe that," he murmured. Emily reached into her bag and pulled out a small business card. She handed it to Jack with a confident smile. "This is my husband's company," she said. "He's always looking for hard-working people like you. I'll talk to him tonight and let him know about you. There might be an opening." Jack stared at the card in disbelief. "Are you serious?" he asked. His voice tinged with both hope and uncertainty. Emily nodded. "Absolutely. You seem like someone who deserves a chance. Come by the address on that card tomorrow and I'll make sure my husband knows you're coming." For a moment, Jack couldn't find the words. Just hours ago, his world felt like it was crumbling. Now here was a stranger extending a lifeline. "Thank you," he said, his voice thick with emotion. As the train pulled into the next station, Jack realized that sometimes, even in the darkest moments, a small act of kindness could spark hope. Jack's heart skipped a beat. Could this really be happening? "Thank you," he whispered, his voice trembling with emotion. Emily smiled warmly. "Good luck, Jack. You'll get through this." As the train slowed at the next stop, Emily stepped off, disappearing into the crowd. Jack remained seated, clutching the business card tightly in his hand. For the first time in days, he felt something unfamiliar: hope. The glimmer of possibility sparked a shift within him. Over the next few days, Jack held on to Emily's words, letting them quiet his doubts. He dusted off his resume, practiced his introduction, and imagined what this opportunity might bring. Each moment of preparation rekindled his determination, chipping away at the weight he had carried. By the time he was ready to take the next step, Jack wasn't just chasing hope anymore. He was ready to embrace it. 3 days later, Jack summoned his courage and visited the company listed on the card. His hands trembled slightly as he stepped into the office, but he held his head high, determined to make a good impression. During the interview, Jack learned something that warmed his heart. Emily had spoken about him with genuine kindness and enthusiasm. Her glowing recommendation had paved the way for this opportunity. By the end of the conversation, Jack received the news he had been longing for. He got the job. Relief and gratitude washed over him as he shook hands with his new employer. Walking out of the office, Jack couldn't stop smiling. The world seemed brighter and his heart felt lighter. For the first time in weeks, he believed in the power of kindness and second chances. Emily's small act of generosity had changed his life forever. Stranger's kindness had transformed Jack's life, but he knew his journey wasn't over. Inspired by Emily's selfless act, he vowed to pay it forward. Jack began volunteering at a local help center, determined to make a difference. He shared his story with others, hoping to inspire those who felt lost or hopeless. His words carried weight, showing that even in the darkest times, a spark of kindness could ignite a brighter future. Jack helped people with resumes, offered encouragement, and listened to their struggles, just as Emily had listened to him. Through his efforts, Jack discovered a renewed purpose. Each small act of kindness became a testament to the hope Emily had given him. He realized that by lifting others, he was also lifting himself, proving that light could always shine through, even in the hardest moments. Jack's life didn't just change because he found a job. It changed because he discovered something far greater, a purpose. The kindness he received on a crowded subway inspired him to pay it forward, dedicating himself to helping others and spreading compassion wherever he went. What began as a moment of despair turned into a journey of hope, transformation, and purpose. Jack's story is a powerful reminder that kindness, no matter how small, can create ripples that touch lives in ways we can't always see. It can brighten someone's day, lift someone out of darkness, or even change the course of their life entirely. Dear friends, if Jack's journey has touched your heart, take a moment to like this video and share it with someone who could use a little inspiration. If you haven't already, subscribe to Entangled Stories for more heartfelt tales that will move and inspire you. Remember, kindness is one of the most powerful forces in the world. It costs nothing, but can mean everything to someone in need. Together we can create a world filled with compassion, one small act at a time. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more inspiring stories.